Welcome back to another video with Kid Ace Trades. Y'all, I'm Kid Ace, and this is the channel where we just teaching beginners how to trade. If you got no knowledge of trading, this is your place. I am your guy. And as we all know, I don't like to waste time. So let's get into it. How much money is it gonna cost for you to start day trading? How much money do you gotta spend? What are the numbers looking like? I know this is a question a lot of people ask me in particularly, and I wondered this a lot before even getting into it. So I want to break everything down nice, quick, sweet, simple, so that you understand and you can see if you want to get into day trading yourself. The first thing I want to talk about when it comes to day trading and just spending money, and nobody seems to think of this, but it's just the cost of the softwares. And they're little fees, so I'm gonna attack this first. And they're often overlooked. So first, trading view. Now, this is not where you execute your trades, even though you can. This is not where I do it. I just do all my charting and stuff here. I do all my analysis here. This is where I do a lot of dirty work. As you can see, it does not look too cute. And this is honestly cleaner than I have it sometimes. So yeah, but as you can see here, you have different plans, and different plans you get certain stuff. Me personally, I think me and you, the people that don't need much, we're good with either the Plus or Essentials plan. I have the Plus plan. They offered it to me half off for a year, so I took it. But yeah, so you either play one or the other if you want trading view. However, you do not need this, because if you're paying for a broker, sometimes they give you the live feed. I'll go over that soon. And if you're paying for a funded account or prop firm, they're guaranteed to give you a live feed. So you really don't have to pay for this at all. The next thing I would mention is the fact that if you do choose to use TradingView, or if you ever look at it in general, it's going to be delayed if you're not paying for it. And you can look at different symbols in terms of what you're trading might be delayed. Let me rephrase that. Depending on what you're trading, your feed might be delayed. So some things are going to be delayed in trading you. For instance, what I like to trade, all these micro contracts, I like to trade these. When you first go on TradingView and you try to look up any of these symbols, you're gonna have like a 15 or 10 minute delay. I can't remember exactly what the delay is, but you will be some candles behind. Okay, the only way you can fix this and get those live feeds in TradingView is to pay $7 a month for the live feed data. But you don't have to pay for any of this, to be honest, if you don't want to. I know many people that don't. So it's really up to you. I just like using TradingView, and I just like having everything good and spot on and exactly to a T, so I don't make any mistakes, you know? So now I want to go into the next way we actually have to spend money going into day trading, and that would be the actual trading. There's two ways you could do this: through live accounts and through prop firm / funded accounts. I'm gonna go through live accounts first. Live accounts use brokers. This is your own money, meaning if you win money, this is yours. If you lose money, you lose your money. Okay, the plus side is most brokers and accounts where you use your own money, they don't charge you to actually sign up. There is no fee to get in and get started. You just deposit money and start trading. For instance, my account with Gates FX, my accounts with Gates FX, I simply just started trading, you know, put your information in, create your account, deposit the money, and you're good. You can just start trading. You don't pay to actually get access to it. So that's pretty good. But like I said, you lose your money live trading. It is your money, okay? The way these brokers actually do make money is from your trades. Whether you win or lose, there are fees on your trades. That's when you hear terms like spreads and stuff like that. They're gonna take a small cut of your trades just to, you know, pay themselves for doing the business for you. You know, they're letting you use their service. They need some type of compensation. That's how they get it. Also, I started out on prop firms, didn't start live because you need a lot more money in live accounts to make anything shake. And I'll show y'all exactly what I mean later in the video, but if you don't have a lot of capital and you try and go live, you will realize that it's gonna be a long game before you really start to try and make any money. if you're doing it the right way. But I'm gonna show y'all how I do it later, so just stay tuned, okay? The next thing I want to get into that costs money to trade and actually get into day trading would be funded accounts or prop firms. Now, this is how I started trading, and the reason I like this is because you pay a certain amount to get access to the account. There are like 50K accounts. Let me just show y'all. Matter of fact, I don't even know why I'm playing this game. So there are 50K accounts, 100K accounts, 150K accounts, okay? And these aren't the only accounts. This isn't the only company. There are a bunch of different companies you can choose from with a bunch of different options. This is one of the companies I use, and they alone have 3 different account types with 3 different amounts. You feel me? So that's already like 8-9 accounts options you can choose from right there. I have the standard plan, 50K. This is one of the first accounts I got. I paid $70 a month, I want to say, but even if it was $80, I feel like they upped it though, but even if it was $80, I paid that $80 a month and you get access to $50,000 of an account. Now, it's not, you don't get access to the full $50,000. There are rules, as you can see all through here. They explain the rules very, very clearly. You cannot even lose more than 2,000. So I want you to know this is not like you have a full 50,000. It's also harder to get payouts from these people, okay? Even after you pay the monthly $80 fee, a lot of them have activation fees because they come with evaluation phases, like tests. So you buy the account, you have to do a test so they make sure you can make money. You get to a certain profit target, and then once you pass that test, you pay the activation fee for the actual account where you can start making real money. I know it sounds like a lot. I know it sounds like a bunch of hoops you have to jump through, but the reason people do this and the reason I did it is because there is minimal risk when it comes to losing money. So when I paid my $80 for this account, I paid that and I was able to risk $200, $500, $1,000 if you want to try and gain your profits. Once the money is real and you pass that evaluation phase, you are able to risk the same amount. So instead of having $100 in a live account and you trading with that, you can spend your 100 on one of these accounts, but obviously it'd be a little more with the activation fee, but you get the point I'm saying. There's pros and cons to whether you use a prop firm or a broker. And prop firms range from $50 to $400, $800, like they can get wild. So it's really up to you. So yeah, I would say these prop firms, in a sense, are better for learning to me. Because when we lose that $200, $500, you don't actually lose it. You are only ever losing the money you bought the account with. That is the only money you're losing. Okay, so I can only lose $80 because that's what I paid for the account. If I blow it, I blow it. That was just $80. You don't lose 50K. You don't have to pay anything back. You don't got to do none of that. All right? And that's why we like these funded accounts. I don't want to go too deep into these prop firms and brokers because I'm literally doing that in my next video where I'm going to dive into crazy detail about prop firms, brokers, and which one is better and which one I rather. So stay tuned for that. So for my final answer, the amount of money to start day trading, I would say anywhere from $50 to $300. And I'm talking either in a live account or funded account. Live account, I'd say 100 to 300 would be cool on the minimum side, but ideally if you could get a little more live, that would be better just so you could take certain trades and you know the system won't even allow you if you don't have that much money. So I'd say a little more money is better live, but don't put too much in to start because again, that is your money and you could lose it. And trust me, you will lose it, or lose some at least. I don't know, you might have beginner's luck. When I'm talking about prop firms, I'd say $50 to $250, $300 on your first account, depending on how much money you have to spend on a funded account. I would say for everybody, my default answer would be just get like a $50 eval account, like $50 funded account, and just try there first just to see how your emotions play a part, see how your psychology handles trading, and start from there. And you'll see you can scale easy after that. But just don't go too much money too deep in too fast, because you got to lose to learn in trading. And that is one thing that I've seen everybody do. Nobody gets around the losing part from what I've seen. I thought I could, but nobody gets around the losing part. All right. Now, if anyone's interested in how much I spent day trading, I would say I've bought a couple funded accounts in my life. I paid for a Top Step $50 one, that Alpha Futures one I've talked about. I've had a funded Next, and I have a take profit. So that's like 100, 200, 300, 400. I have an activation fee on 1 or 2 of those for sure. So I'm probably in like the 500, 600, 700s by now. But one payout of like $1,000 could change that. So in my head, I'm not even stressed. To me, I really didn't put that much money in. I didn't chunk it in at once. I gradually did it. I bought these accounts slowly months ago. The Alpha Futures account I have right now is like 5-6 months old. So like, that's 5-6 months ago I spent that money, you know? I'm not really thinking about that now. $100 in a month for day trading stuff, not that bad in my head, but I haven't even spent that much. So like, in terms of me being 6, 7, 8 months in and only spending 4, 5, 600, I gotta track it for real one day. But to me, that's not bad at all. And you can spend way less. I'm just bougie and I'm a risk taker. So if this video, you liked it, I helped you out, like, comment, subscribe, help me push the channel, join my Discord. I'm about to get popping in there. Again, this is Kid Ace Trades. I hope you get into day trading. I hope you keep tapping in, because I'm trying to get rich. I'm trying to get me some financial freedom, and I'm hoping to share my experience and what I can offer with everybody else. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe again. This is Kid Ace Trades. See y'all next video. Shit!
Green, 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 green is all I see. Had to stop the lies, nigga. I just smart TP.